Okay, today is conversion day, but first, the new blades came in for that. I made a video, guys, and the first video said that I'm not happy with this deck. That explains the problem I was having with this mower, okay? Then that same day I did a live video and I showed high lift blades, low lift blades, mulching blades, and then the high lift blades with the short tail on it, which is what I end up using as my idea to fix the problem with this Wright, which it worked very well. So I put the set on there that I had from the Great Dane. Here's the set that I had ordered that came in. But a lot of people have asked me, where's the link for that? Where's the link for the blades? I show, and what blades are you talking about? This and that. If you don't watch every video, it's kind of hard to follow along with me. I don't just post a video like once in a blue moon or 2 videos a month. I go day by day, or I might skip a day or 2 here or there, but everything goes in order. So you can go back if you're seeing a video and you don't understand what I'm talking about. If I'm referring to something the day before or 2 days before, go back and watch that video and you'll see. I can put in the comments what I'm talking about, but I show visuals. I show exactly what I'm talking about in the other video. So go back and find them. Now, I did give a link to a couple people that had asked about the blades, but that's blades for this mower. Now, granted, it's a 52-inch deck, so pretty much any 18-inch blade with a 5/8 hole will work on a lot of different mowers, but it might not be specific to the mower you're trying to find blades for. So I can give you a link all day, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So, don't be lazy. Take 2 seconds, and if you have a Wright Sport with a 52-inch deck, go to eBay and type in Wright Sport 52-inch blades. And a million different sets of blades will show up. And if you're looking for mulch blades, find the picture of a mulch blade, click on it. If you're looking for high lifts, find the picture of a high lift, click on it. If you watch the video and I'm telling you I use a high lift with the short tail, find the picture of the high lift with the short tail, click on it. It's very simple. I can't give you guys everything. I'm all day long. I'm trying to help you guys out as much as I can, but you're gonna understand, I'm a solo business and I maintain almost 70 properties a week solo. And all day long, my phone's constantly going off with people asking for the simplest information. It'll take you 2 seconds to search for. You gotta have a little motivation. You gotta be able to look this stuff up. Conversion. The new pad and the bracket showed up today that I'm putting on here. I already had, Ryan was here with me earlier and he held it up there and I stood on there to make sure I had room. I sat on there to make sure I had room, and I do honestly believe, Ryan and I believe, it's going to work out perfect and go on there just like I thought and give me plenty of room and not push me back too far with the pad on there. So let's get this done and we'll see how it works out. One more thing real quick. FS 111 RX. I just went and bought this new trimmer today. You guys know I've had the FS 90Rs for about 4 or 5 years. I've had 2 of them, love them, phenomenal trimmers. Some things are tried and truly lasted forever. I wanted a new one. They were getting a little tired out. I gave one to Ryan. I'm still keeping one as a backup, but tried and true, they've lasted forever, and I'd like to buy another one, but they don't even make them anymore. So I went to the dealer today and I bought this one. So first things first, I got to take this piece off there, and I always cut these off there. I hate these. So I take a razor blade, cut it, and trim this little plastic piece right off there. But I got to take them off there so I can put the mounts on so this will snap into my equipment defender racks. Okay, so before we start this project, I'm going to give you guys part numbers so that if you want to do this. Now the bracket, because the bracket that's on there will not work, because see how the bracket is down low and it's a different style bracket. This bracket needs to be up there. So what I need to do is drill a hole right there to use this bracket. So bracket part number 934-20139. Okay, and then the pad, because they are different, part number for the pad is WM98420063. Now the reason, I could have just gave it to you off that one up there, but same part number. The reason I gave you that information is because the Wright Sport X, okay, I had this pad is from a regular Wright Standard X. Now it makes a difference because you would think that all of the the tower up here, whatever you want to call it. You would think that's the same width, but it's not. Or you would think, you know, maybe a difference from an intensity to a ZK maybe. I don't know. I'll tell you this though. The measurement for this Sport X and for the Wright Standard X is 19.5 inches, I believe. Let me just check before I give you guys the wrong info. It is, I was wrong. No, I was right, 19.5 inches. Now, the width on the ZK is 19.1/8. I never thought the ZK, being a bigger machine, would be smaller than the X or the X Sport, but it is, okay? So, the, boy, that's off too. It's at an angle, this piece. Maybe I'll have to loosen that screw and see if this slides back a little. But anyway, that's not important. So, and then the intensity, I think is like 17.5 inches or something. Or no, I believe it was 18. I wrote it all down. I don't even know if I have that piece of paper over here because I went to the dealer and I measured them all out. And then I wrote it down so that I could come home and measure and figure it out. There's so much crap here. This bench is a mess. But, anyway. Oh, there's the guard for the new trimmer. All right. Oh, there they are right there. Okay. So the X is 19.5. The Sport X is also 19.5. The intensity is 18, and the ZK is 19.3/8. So you got to know the measurements. But if this is the machine you're doing it on, if you're doing it on a Sport X like this, because I imagine it'd be the only time you'd have to do it, the regular ones come with full pads. These are the part numbers that you will need to do this. So let's just get into this. Okay, so that's it. Now it's on. And it's definitely a lot bigger than that other one was. So now, when I'm sitting on it, I'm still back far enough that it's nice and comfortable for my knees. I got plenty of room. I'm not pressed against. It's, you know, it's not forcing my feet back off it. And when I stand up, I have that whole pad to lean against now. And I'm not leaning against just that bar, some little pad. So It definitely makes it much nicer. I mean, it's not leaning forward, but the tower on all the other Wright standards don't lean, or they all lean forward. On this one, they're straight up and down. It's because of the seat. They want the controls back more to you. I think if they would have leaned it forward, it'd still be just as easy. But I don't know, it's their design. So anyway, I think this pad is going to make things much better for me. I can still pull it out, or I can push it in tight, but it isn't going to flop around, and I think it's going to work out great. Nice and simple. All I had to do was a couple holes there, and it came with the hardware to mount the kit or the bracket to the pad, but it didn't come with any hardware to mount the bracket to the machine. But I think the main idea is to use the existing ones. The problem is I drilled round holes through there, and these are carriage bolts. So it wouldn't have, I mean, I could have hit it with the impact and sucked it in, but I'd rather just use, I had my own hardware, so I just put a bolt in there with a lock nut on the other side, and I think that's going to make a huge difference. It's definitely a much bigger pad. It's going to be much more comfortable. One thing that's to come, I've been waiting on, and there will be a full story on that, but it's supposed to be here by end of day Monday. This is coming off, and I ordered the quick shoot. I did not want the grass flap with the pedal, and I'll explain that when that comes in. I make the video of installing that quick shoot, but I ordered that, and I've been waiting 3 weeks for that thing, and I'll explain that. But that'll be here, supposed to be here Monday. I did also, a guy just put on the Walker Mower forum, he was selling a chute blocker for the Walker B, my 56. It's made for that Walker, and it's actually 12 volt. You hook it to the battery, and then the toggle switch comes up, and it goes right here. And you just hook the toggle, or it has a foot pedal, but I'm going to use the toggle switch. So the toggle hooks right there. And you control with just a flick of a finger the chute up and down. And he just posted it for sale on the Walker Mower forum, so I contacted him. He emailed me an invoice, I paid it online, and then he sent me all the shipping information. So that should be here in a few days, and when that comes in, I'll have a chute blocker on the Walker B19 with the 56. Conversions. I'll have the chute blocker on the right, I'll have the chute blocker on the Walker B, and I added the trimmer rack to the right, and now I've added the pad conversion to it. So fun, but little bits at a time. You got to do improvements or modifications to things to make it the way you want. So if you guys, anybody interested in doing this, you now have the part numbers, you see how simple it is to do. And I think the bracket was like $40 and the pad was like 105, something like that. So for $140, some would say it's not worth it, but to me it is. So if you're interested in doing it, there you go. 700, 86, 600, 200. So why would I go buy the new 800? I love the focused power of the 600, but the 700 shoots too big. So what do? I take an extra piece of pipe I have, and I convert the 700 to the same size nozzle as the 600. I'm like an evil genius.